who I was, the capacity. So their treatment of me and my children was not based on my international status.
The girl Terry from Traverze Culture. We are gracing your screen again with a very interesting story of a family of 5 traveled all the way from USA to come and do an investigative tour with Traverze Culture. And today is their final day in Kenya, and of course, as usual, we want to talk to them and get to know how the expectations were, what they met or not. And as usual, for more information, for more educative content like the ones that we have here on Traverze Culture, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share our videos so that your friends can also learn and also work with us. And for your interesting tours, we are here to customize them for you.
Hi,
Hey,
how are you feeling
Jumbo.
today, Jumbo?
Doing well. So I
Yes.
am Dr. Alacia Black Hackett from the United States in the DMV area. And this is my last day here in Nairobi, Kenya. We've been on the ground for 9 whole days. And I'm excited about coming back. And I've been working with Traverze Culture
Thank
this
you.
entire time, and they have been splendid. So good that I wanted to keep y'all to myself. I told Kia I wasn't going to tell anybody about Traverze Culture because I like to be very,
You're possessive.
possessive. Like if I
Yes.
like somebody, I like them, right? But they're so good that I said I want to make sure that I let other people know if you're considering relocating to Kenya, or if you just want to visit Kenya, if you want to do tourism, whatever you want to do, promise you Traverze Culture is going to take care of you. And here's the thing, I've been to Kenya several times before, so this is not new for me, but because I was bringing my children with me,
Yeah.
I wanted to make sure.
How many?
I have my 3 children here with me, and I wanted to make sure that all of the logistics were met, and I didn't have to worry about anything, because I would be okay. But I wanted them to be comfortable. I want them to like Kenya, because we want to relocate at some point.
Yeah.
And so when I contacted Traverze Culture, I knew from the beginning of talking to Kia, actually, her email response let me know that this company was going to be the one that I went to. And our first meeting, the decision was made to go with Traverze Culture.
Thank you so much.
So
yes.
I'm not ready to leave.
I know that part. I know. So I
Yeah.
was asking your children, like, are you ready? And they were like, we are not ready, but you know, it has come to an end. Today is on Sunday.
Yes.
I just want to know if all your activities that you wanted to do in Kenya, and especially for your children, were they met? And what was your wow moment?
Oh my
As a mom,
goodness.
as a mom.
So yes, I would say all of the expectations, the things that I requested. And again, one of the things that Kia said to me is, it's not just a schedule because of what they want to have me to do. Basically, it's, I won't say a la carte, but they will add to your schedule whatever you want, whatever you need, anything you want to add, they'll do that for you. And so, yes, I wanted to make sure that during this time, me and my children gave back to the communities here. So we were able to do 2 humanitarian events.
Yes.
And I think, I guess
And that
you'll,
was very heartwarming.
It
Like,
was.
for the children.
right, I
Yeah.
think you'll hear from them.
Yeah.
But I feel like that will be their aha moment. Like that
Uh-huh.
was the big thing for them, really
Yeah.
interacting with the students, the scholars here in Nairobi, Kenya. But everything we wanted to do, even for the children, they wanted to see what the nightlife was. Well, so I have 2 adult children, for those in the United States, and 1 teenager, and they wanted to see what the nightlife was like. And they provided that. They allowed
As
them
usual,
to.
like the teenagers would like to know, like, if I am to relocate to Kenya,
Yeah.
is there any other life?
Yes, what is
So,
it to do? And they
yeah.
had fun things. There was like some fun, I don't know, they went bowling. They did things that I didn't do, so I was doing business. And Maura and Terry they took them and did fun things.
Yeah.
And so it was amazing because it was something for everyone. So don't feel like it's just a location for adults. Don't believe the hype about what Western media is saying to us or not saying to us about the conditions in Kenya or Africa as a whole, as a whole continent. I came here and I saw another thing is because potential family members that if I decide to relocate will have health care needs. I started asking more questions about hospitals and telling her things that they were saying, right? And she said, oh, hold on. She made one phone call, and with a couple of hours she was able to get me a tour of Nairobi. Is it International Hospital?
Nairobi, the Nairobi Hospital. It is our
Nairobi-
national hospital. You
Yes.
can call it international.
Okay. And I met with the chief doctor, the physician that's
head
there, the
doctor.
head doctor,
Yes.
Dr. Abaya.
Abaya, Dr. Abaya.
And it was amazing.
Yes.
And here's what I know, because I have traveled, I work in the highest levels of government, and I've traveled across our nation and the world. And that hospital was top notch. I know in some states that there are hospitals that were not as well equipped as Nairobi National Hospital. So for those of you who are concerned about healthcare, she was able to get me in. Traverse Culture was able to get me in to tour the hospital.
And
I
remember,
saw it
that
for
was
myself.
not even in the
That wasn't
itinerary.
part of the plan. That
But
was not
because
part
you
of the
had
itinerary.
questions about,
Yes.
how is your health care
Yeah.
services in Kenya? And that is why I got you. Like, being like you'll be traveling to Kenya now that you have a 5-year visa entry. You'll be
Yes.
coming anytime that you
Anytime I
want.
want.
So I just wanted
And
to
they helped
make
me
sure.
get that as well.
Yeah.
Just so you know, it's not just, the 90-day tourist visa. They did everything. I mean, from the beginning to the end.
Yeah.
The only reason they did not do the travel as far as my airline ticket is because I had already purchased by the time I contacted.
Yes.
And here's the thing. Let's go back to the beginning. I had contacted so many organizations or businesses who said that they provided concierge services, but they did not respond. Their response time was not well. And for someone like me, and I think people in my country, we really depend on communication.
Yeah.
And so they did everything. I didn't have to worry about the tourist visa. I didn't have to worry about
Could you have a
anything.
seat, please?
Sure.
Yeah.
Everything was taken care of. And so I'm just excited to bring other people here to experience Kenya. The accommodations were very good. I mean, the entire hotel staff were very accommodating for me and my children. Very nice. I don't just stay in any location. Just know, Google me and you'll understand, right?
Yeah.
But you all did an amazing job with all of the accommodations, transportation. Everything was catered to what I needed. And I don't think it was just because of who I am. I think this is who they are for all of their customers. And so,
Yeah. First, let me report that, usually when we relocate or offer concierge services, I don't know, for some reasons, we don't even look at who is relocating. But guys, do you know who we relocated? Oh my goodness. So once we figured out oh, she's here and this is who she is, in as much as we give better services, I think for your children, we had to do something that will make them maybe love the country. And I hope that when you were with them in your hotel room, you could exchange what they didn't like, what they loved. And as you've mentioned, their aha moments. I can't wait to hear from them.
Hi, my name is Lord Sebastian, short, Lord is only. And we've spent the last 9 days here in Kenya, and honestly, this is a really good experience. I enjoyed it a lot, more than I thought I would. I was really stunned and shocked at how similar but different the culture is here. I was also entirely blown away by just the difference in how things are done here. Like traffic is a lot more fluid. People have an unknown hospitality that we don't really have in the States, and especially when we were going out into the country and things, the scenery and the different types of plant life and the greenery, all of it was just, I was blown away by it. I would definitely come back. I might actually come back within the year. As for Traverse, they've been very helpful. We love them. I hope they love us. I hope we had a good impression on them. And I definitely recommend their services because it would not have been half as fun as it was without them. And I got this nice nifty new bag, and that's pretty much all I have to say, but I thank them for chaperoning us through this entire experience.
Um, this is Malik Easterlin from the United States of America, Maryland to be exact. This is my first time in Nairobi, Kenya, and I just want to say this is one of the best experiences I've had, but one of the best experiences I've had so far in my life. Um, just seeing that Africa is so much different than what the media portrays it in America. And just to come see, feel, smell, eat, enjoy everything that Kenya and Africa has to offer was just amazing. Culture, food, everything was just amazing. I have nothing bad to say about it. And I really want to shout out Traverse Culture. Um, when I'm really big on family and I'm really big on feeling safe and feeling comfortable. And Traverse Culture really made me feel like I was a part of a family within Kenya. Like we can call them any time of the night, any time of the day, any request, and they'll come and help as much as they can. They help you negotiate prices, make sure you don't get conned, and make sure you're safe, make sure everything is good, and make sure that you can enjoy your trip. So I really want to give another shout out to Traverse Culture for being an extended family all the way in Africa. And I'm signing out. I hope I'm come back. I hope I see Traverse Culture again. But definitely, if you think of booking a trip to Kenya or anywhere, hit up Traverse Culture.
Hi, my name is Empress, and I enjoyed my time with Traverse Culture. My favorite part of the trip was gaining two new aunties.
Hi, I'm Eris, and I enjoy my time with Traverse Culture, and I don't really want to leave, but I have to. I'll be back though. I enjoyed the humanitarian events and hanging with the kids and hyping them up.
Also had the unique ability to serve and do two humanitarian projects at two different schools, and that really meant a lot to me as a member of the Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. It's all about giving back to the community. So Traverse Culture also helped me give back to a community which not my own, but a community across the water, a community all the way in Africa. And I'm so happy to touch the hearts of those kids. And I just want to give another thanks to Traverse Culture for making that happen for me.
Maybe for someone who's relocating from the media, because when you were consulting with us, there was a protest in the country.
Yes.
And you were really not scared, but at least you wanted to know the status before you come to the country, now that you are traveling with your children. What would you say about that? Like, is the country calm? Do they exaggerate about the protest and all that? So I just want to
Sure.
hear.
And I'll just add this, they didn't know who I was, the
Yes.
capacity. So their treatment of me and my children was not based on my international status or me being a diplomat or anything like that. They found out later as I was doing these events.
Yeah, and we were like,
And they were like, wait, hold on.
Wait,
I
yeah.
met with, politicians here, very high level. And so they didn't know before I got here. So I don't think they did not treat me any different than they would treat their other customers. Now, concerning my concern about the protests that were being televised across media. I follow the Citizen Kenya. I follow all of the news as well. And I did say to them, listen, is it safe to still come? Because I kept seeing several news media clips about protests in Kenya. And I was okay with coming because I know in the United States of America, we also have protests. But again, like I said earlier, I really wanted my children to feel safe, to not be afraid to come to Kenya because this is their first time.
Yeah.
And, they reassured me that things were fine here in
Yeah.
Kenya. And I was still a little bit nervous, right? But then to actually go into the CBD, the areas where the protests were, it was so calm. There was no disruption at all. Like literally, we walked the streets. We were submerged in the culture. That's the thing that I appreciated.
Yes.
It wasn't tourism. We were submerged in the culture of Kenya, and not just Nairobi. We went up to Moringa County. We went to several places, but it was safe. And I would even go a step further to say, probably more safe than the United States of America. And the reason I say that is you cannot go into any building without going through security.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a gate for everything. And that's not, I don't know if you know that, this is not the case in America. You could just go into the mall and no one is checking your vehicle, no one is looking at
And
anything.
you can go with anything.
You can go with
your
anything.
guns
With your
and all
gun on
that.
your side. You know, we are, some states are open carry, but most people can have, you know, guns, and it's not as safe. And so for anyone who is concerned, or you've heard that Nairobi, Kenya, or Kenya as a whole, or any African, you know, country isn't safe, my suggestion to you would be go spend some time, not just the tourist areas, but spend some time in Kenya or in whatever country you're looking for, and they can help in other countries too. And really make the decision for yourself, because it's nothing like being here. We've been gone for 11 days, but 9 days on the ground, and it's nothing like being here. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. Could you maybe speak a little bit about the culture that you said about your naming ceremony? How did that go?
Yes, that went well. So one of the things that was important for me is for the children to experience some of the ancient culture in Africa, and specifically here in East Africa, in Kenya. And Traverse Culture has a naming ceremony that they offer to their customers, and I said, yes, I want to do it. I want them to learn about the African people, because in the United States, the history of our people kind of start at the transatlantic slave trade, and we know that is not the basis of who we are. Now, I will say we're indigenous to the land as well in America. However, there were explorers, and we learned this too, explorers from East Africa that went over to the land of America way before the Europeans went to the land in America to colonize. And so to have my children experience the Nubian traditional, and to hear from the elders, right? And to listen to them talk about the marriage ceremony and the responsibilities of the men versus the women, and then they were given names.
Prophetically.
Prophetic. Matter of fact, you know, sometimes they hear about like when you were born, your date, whether it was the wintertime or summertime.
Yes.
But then they also give prophetic names if they sense something when you walk in. And I was able to get, you have to say it for me. What was my name?
Nyatanga.
What?
I'll write it for you.
Yes.
It is on your certificate.
It's on my certificate. I can't say it. But anyway, but it means the humble one.
Yeah, the humble one.
The humble one, the one with the big heart.
Big heart.
And that's exactly who I am. And so, and then my son, I guess if you talk to him, he can tell you his name.
Yeah.
And my daughter's name, the most loved. And it was amazing, and they enjoyed it. And then we were able to break bread together or have a meal together.
Yeah.
So that was really...
And celebrate after 40 days.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
For us, we just want to say thank you so much for even having time to look up onto our social media, getting to know us better. As you said, you've been following us for a long time, and we just made a decision that this is the travel company that you want to use. We want to appreciate you so much. Thank you very much for even traveling with us. Thank you so much, and also for trusting us with your children.
Oh, yes,
you
that
had
was
mentioned
important.
like you don't trust your children around not so many people, but you allowed us to take them to the city, see the nightlife, and also to enjoy themselves. They went out and had fun on the gaming, you said the bowling. Yeah, so we appreciate you.
And they took the children without me. Like I said, I had meetings and different business things that I was doing, and so one went with the children and one went with me. And so it's not just a small team. They are here to provide all of your needs. And just a side note, they've got me addicted to this recharge, ginger, lemon, and honey.
Dawa.
Yes. I have been drinking this all day. She said this is good for your stomach, for your throat, and to keep you from sick, and it's so amazing.
Yes.
So if you come, make sure to ask Maura to hook you up.
Asante sana.
Oh, and the fish. Hold on.
The fish.
The fish was amazing. It was
food.
amazing. The food was amazing. I saw a video of Kia, and she said, "I believe this is the best fish in the world." And I was like, "Girl, go us somewhere. It's the best fish in the world."
Yeah.
And my daughter even said it. It is literally the best fish in the world.
It was the best.
Yes.
They said that was the best fish they've ever had.
It really is. And,
Yes.
and I eat seafood and fish all the time. That was literally the most delectable, delicious, fresh seafood fish that I ever had. So,
Right.
yeah.
So what is your parting shot?
I really don't want you to like Traverse because I don't want you to get them during the time I want to be here. But because they did so well, I would like for you to go to their YouTube page, like, share, subscribe, but also they have an Instagram page. And I think I saw y'all on TikTok.
Yeah.
And go, and they have shorts and short videos that you can also see what they're doing, how they're expanding, because I just believe that you all are going to expand. I speak that over you, that Traverse
Amen.
Culture will expand and
Amen.
that God will enlarge your territory,
Amen.
even outside of the borders of Kenya, because you all are very professional.
Yes.
They were, again, professional. They were women of their word. So if they say they were going to do something, they did it. There were no surprises for me at all. And I appreciate that. So while I'm possessive, I'll say, y'all make sure to hit Traverse Culture
Like
up.
and travel with us.
Travel with them.
Yes.
Let them be your eyes and ears on the ground when you come to Kenya. And if you've never thought about coming to Kenya, I'm telling you, think about it simply because Traverse Culture is going to make sure you're in good hands.
Thank you.